this place is empty, man. Like, you don't understand. There's nobody here. Look. Yo, that's freaking crazy. So I just checked in and there is literally nobody at the airport. Like, look at this. That's freaking crazy. Like, you would not expect this in a place like Vancouver. Oh, and the check-in place has changed. This is crazy. Look at this. It's empty. And this is the time where everyone flies out, so that's crazy. Alright guys, so there's nobody here. I'm actually behind the counter, which would probably never happen in any other time other than now. It's currently COVID, May 4th, 2020, May the 4th be with you. I'm flying in a COVID crisis time and it's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Like, everyone's being really protective and all. But yeah, it's really interesting to fly this time. Check out all these restaurants that are closed. Everything, man. No food, no food. That's my gate. That is where I'm boarding today, and here are all the people boarding with me. Check them out. 1, 2, 3. We are about to board the plane and let's check it out. So it's 10 hours into the flight, 2 more hours left. Really interesting because like there's no one on the plane and every air hostess is wearing like a raincoat kind of thing, so just keep protected, you know. I can see that people are really hesitant to eat their food as well because they're really scared if the corona is in their food. So that's really interesting as well. Everyone's just really careful, you know, going to the bathroom and all, and before everything they do, they always wash their hands and they always use their hand sanitizer. You can see people with like masks on, with hazmat suits and stuff. Like, it's crazy, but definitely keeping precaution. For myself, I try not to eat too much and I try not to go to the bathroom, just to limit my spacing in my own area and in my own seat. I think that's the best thing to do, you know, not to go anywhere. So I think that's what everyone's doing as well. I'm really surprised actually that there's quite a lot of people on this plane. I was assuming like 2 or 3 people would be on this plane, but there's quite a lot. But everyone's like separated seat by seat, so like separated between seats. So there's like 1 seat between each person at least, which is pretty cool. Which is keeps their distance safe. Right? Hopefully everything is well and there's no corona on this plane, but we shall see. I see you guys when we land. Arrived in Taipei. Here's a long ass line for quarantine stuff. Check it out. Pretty sure this is the line for checking out if you have any fever, cough, or anything, just to see if you're not sick. But it's gonna take a while. So I finally made it past the health check, and I'm here at immigration. That took like 30 minutes. It was really tedious, but it was really fast because they were really efficient, one station to the next, and people were really helpful. So I'm really grateful for that. Now I just gotta get through immigration, and we're through to Taiwan. All right, so I've officially arrived in Taiwan. Made it out here after a long time, longer than usual, obviously, because they had to do all the checkups and stuff. But happy to be back. Hope you guys enjoyed the trip. Actually, you know what? I'll take you guys home. So let's go on the medical healthcare car. Let's check it out. After a whole day of traveling, I'm finally back here. Oh, I'm so happy. Anyway, I want to share with you guys some major takeaways I got from this trip and a quick little recap. So my flight's from Vancouver to Taipei, and the whole process was really unique because it feels like you're the last person at the mall and there's no one around you and you're just there by yourself. It's like exciting and scary at the same time, kind of like Hunger Games, like you never know who's gonna pop out. And the next thing I found interesting was that before you board, you had to sign a form indicating that you were healthy and all, and that your quarantine procedures were validated by the Taiwanese government on the Taiwanese side, which is pretty interesting because they want to make sure that you literally don't escape your room and you contain the COVID, if you have it, to yourself. The plane ride was equally, and if not more, of a unique experience for me because it was the first time that I saw flight attendants wearing like protective suits and serving people while wearing gloves as well, which is pretty interesting. And also for the fact that people were separated by a seat, at least one seat, was interesting to me as well because I never flew in such an empty plane before. And when I arrived in Taiwan, they really made sure that you understood your quarantine procedures. That includes signing a form that indicates you're healthy, signing a form that indicates where you'll be staying for quarantine, and also signing a form that indicates that you'll be staying in your home and not leaving for 14 days. Even when boarding the quarantine taxi to my place, they had me sign another form which validates which driver is taking me there and validates which address I will be staying at for my quarantine stay. And before you got onto the taxi, they also sprayed you and your suitcase just to like clean off any possibility of COVID and germs that are on you. All in all, I'm really happy to be back, and I want to thank all the essential healthcare workers who are dedicating their time, effort to literally save the human race. I hope you learned something from this trip, and I'll see you guys in the next video.